Hey, good morning to you. Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy, and this is Miss Luna. Thought y'all might like to say good morning to Miss Luna. Say good morning, Miss Luna. Good morning, Miss Luna. But anyway, that's Miss Luna you always hear so much about. All right. So let's get back to the shave. So it's actually Thursday morning, but as will sometimes happen. Yes, that was your 10 seconds of fame. Sorry. And as will sometimes happen, we're going to do Williams Wednesday on Thursday morning. You know, I checked. It's legal. It's okay. I checked the Calvin Ball rule book, and it is okay if you understand Calvin Ball. So anyway, so a really good thing happened over at Toast the other day. We had a gentleman come back that hadn't been posted in a while. He posted at the original safety too. I think he had posted at the original safety, but I can't really remember. Anyway, Mr. Guy. And Mr. Guy's thing is he is the king of the Micromatic. And he's been doing Micromatic videos, and it's what he mostly used to shave. And he's the Micromatic guy. He could use the name the Micromatic guy instead of just Mr. Guy. But anyway, any name he wants to use, we're glad to have him back. He's very knowledgeable in the shaving. And, you know, like I said, he does a few videos along the way, which is always nice. And everything is great. So anyway, we're going to use the Micromatic today, kind of in honor of Mr. Guy. And, you know, we pick up a few people that roll back through every once in a while. You won't see somebody for a while, and all of a sudden they show back up. Life gets us busy. Priorities change. And what can you do? One day you're, you know, really active, and then you're not so much. It's happened to me. I'm not as active as I used to be. Work and life will do that. But anyway, so we're trying to finish up this here cake of the original. Well, it's not. It's Williams, but it's modern Williams, not vintage. And then we might actually. I'm not sure if we're going to put another cake of Williams back in. This is a heart, by the way, bug, and it was given to me by Alan, a really good friend of mine, really good shave buddy of mine, who is also back posted. He posted some the other day at TOST3, so that's nice. And he was the original. When I started the original Safety 2, Alan was after me, he was the first person that signed up. He is the original toaster. And it's always been great to have him around. And we're going to use the big old brush today and see what happens. I can't remember if I've used it with modern Williams or not, but if I haven't, we're fixing to. I expect the same thing to happen as with all brushes with Williams. It's going to work just fine. So we may take a little extra time loading some extra soap onto it, because I found that that's pretty much what this big old brush needs, which makes sense when you think about it. So as always, when we're loading Williams and pretty much any other soap, we're going to start by just working a paste up on the brush. We're not really worried about a whole bunch of lather, because we're not bowl lathering here, we're face lathering, which is how God intended it, by the way. You might not know that. It's in the Bible, I promise, somewhere. So we start building our paste up, and when we get a good paste built up, then is when we're going to go to the face with. So that ought to be enough even for this big old brush. And I get a rag out of here and do our prep real quick. Oh boy, I'm still not a fan of pre-shave oils and pre-shave soap and pre-shave this and pre-shave that. 3-hour preps. Now, one time I was. It just goes to show you that as you age and things progress, sometimes your view is going to change. I used to be one of the guys that would tell you, man, if you're having a lot of problems, maybe it's your prep to start with. Maybe you need a good long prep, lots of hot water, yada, yada, yada. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's not like there's anything wrong with it, but you don't really need it. A good wipe down of the face and everything is plenty. It's plenty prep. I learned over the years that the problem people were having who wasn't getting good shaves had nothing to do with prep. It had to do with technique. And it took a little while to learn that, because I was on the bandwagon, and everybody in the forums and everything were hollering this blade, this razor, that razor, chase this, chase that. That ain't it. That ain't the way. All right, here we go. So, yep, modern Williams is going to do just fine with the big old brush. We'll even do some paintbrush strokes here. And we'll get it on. So this is about a second day use blade. Micromatic really doesn't care. Like any other razor, if it's a sharp blade and nothing's defective, blade's a blade, razor, razor, it'll shave. This is no exception to that rule. Now we run it flat. I always point this out. Jim always said to run it flat. They actually came with a little tag on it. I've got one around somewhere that still got the tag on it. It said run flat on the face. That's your angle. And they actually had a model on up the flying wing. They had the guiding eye that actually showed you. That was marketing, but marketing is okay. As long as you know it's marketing and you're okay. See, some people don't understand that all this stuff going on is marketing and it's being let around their nose. Sheeple, I like to call them. Sheeple. Try not to be a sheeple. Now, I'm not saying don't pay attention to marketing. You can learn stuff. You can, hey, that product I like. Look at that. That's going to do what I want to do. Fine. But just realize they're just trying to lead you around by your nose. Don't be a sheeple. All right. Looks like we're going to have plenty of soap in here for the second round. After all, this is about shaving. Now, that's about more than shaving, boys and girls. Everything I say is more than shaving. So I had a really good conversation the other day. This is really neat to me. I had a really good conversation the other day with a young lady that's managing the apartments here. I went and renewed my lease. And our maintenance guy here, his hobby is photography. And we actually have some eagles that live around here. He goes down and photographs the eagles a lot. He likes showing off his eagle pictures, which is really neat because I like seeing them. So I was asking her about that, if she'd seen his eagle pictures. And she said, yep, she'd seen them and thought it was a really neat hobby. And I said, yeah, you know, everybody's got their hobby. And I told her my hobby was this stuff, and I had a YouTube channel. And she actually subscribed to my YouTube channel. She thinks this old stuff is pretty neat. That's nice. So I was telling her that, you know, I know ladies that get into this, and they have lady-scented soaps and some brushes and stuff, and we may have to get her hooked up on that. What do y'all think? Where's the best place to get a soap that the ladies like? Huh? Everybody, your wife, your girlfriend, you got them hooked on this? What do they use? You know, even if you're using a plastic garbage razor, it's still nice to use a real soap with a brush or a cream. And you don't always have to jump right into a real razor to start with, huh? Yeah, so y'all help me out on that. I'm thinking right off the top of my head, I'm kind of thinking Sterling, to be honest. Sterling comes to mind a lot because that's, you know, it's a good company. They're making good stuff. I don't know if Mama Bear and Katie Bubbles are still around at all. Don't have a clue. But if, you know, help me out here. I'm always up for getting people into the hobby, whether it's a guy or a gal, and whether they're shaving their face or their legs or their arms or whatever. Still need to use good products, right? I think so. All right, so let's check on this here Micromatic shave. Fuzzy is also extremely happy because I'm wearing size 36 pants now. I can remember having to wear 42s. Look at that shave right there. That is nice. So the other day, I had done a shave and it wasn't on camera, and I'd gotten some pretty good irritation right here under my neck. It started to get to where, you know, Fuzzy got the whole loose skin. And so I'm having to stretch more sometimes when I shave. It wasn't a problem today. But we'll go ahead and get the witch hazel on. And I don't remember right now what razor I was using. Doesn't really matter. Razor's a razor. Any of them will do it if you're not paying enough attention. But I just grabbed something out of the rack. I was running behind going to work the other day, and I got a little bit too big a hurry, I guess. Alrighty, so let's just let you know that it can happen, even to us folks that pretty good at this, and I guess I am. I think I am. You still got to be careful. You still got to follow, because if your technique slips, the outcome's going to slip. You're not going to have as good a shave. And you see that in other things as well. Car racing, motorcycle racing, technique slips just a little bit. They mess up a little bit and they end up rolling down the track at 100 miles an hour over. So there we go. By golly, got us a good shave in with the Matic. Good to see you back, Mr. Guy. Hope to see you keep on posting. Definitely welcome back. There we go. So I got to go over to Lafayette today. Go over and have lunch with my pop. And we're going to do the paperwork and get that little old hoopty signed over to me and get all that done. So that's going to be today's adventure. And I go back to work tomorrow night unless something breaks. Ended up going back earlier, which is always a possibility. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me show you again before we get out of here how easy it is. This blade has got some stains on it, but they weren't all the way down. It was a new blade and had stains on it. Don't store your blades in the bathroom because they end up looking like this. These are carbon steel blades. But there was nothing that was down into the edge, so it wasn't a problem. Still really sharp, as you can see. So anyway, hold it by the spine, and then grab it with the towel there by the spine. And then you just kind of do this number sideways a couple of times. Grab it by the spine, put it away. There you have dried the blade off, and you have not in any way damaged the digits, which is a good thing because that hurts. Don't ask how I know I lied to you. I will lie to you. And just to show off a little bit, I've got several of these Micromatics in these little Bakelite cases. This is the green one. I've got a brown one, a white one, and I got I think it's a maroon and with a black top maybe. Can't remember right now. But anyway, they're really neat. They've got the used and new blade cases in them over on the side there, and that's where this one's a little home, and that's where we keep it. So there you go. That's how I do it, and that's how I did the shave today. What are y'all gonna do for your shave? Always good to know. I'm gonna finish up with a little British feel to it, a little Pashana here. That's gonna be my aftershave once I get out of the shower. Wouldn't do a whole lot of good to put it on now, would it? No, it wouldn't. Alrighty, well, we'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great day. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, don't be a sheeple. And happy shaves to you.